So every year we do have a briefing on our fiscal plan. This is pretty much a blueprint where we take a look at where we are, but it is really a point in time discussion. And it is something that we have done in order to be very disciplined regarding where we're headed with our expenditures, our revenue, have a sense of how we're doing, and of course, always being very mindful of the fiscal indicators and the promises that we have made as a county to achieve particular targets. This particular time, I had conversations with Mr. Smith and Ms. Michelson about, given that this is a, new council in many ways, and we're kind of entering a new era of leadership in the county, I think it's important for us to also have a conversation about our fiscal plan and expenditures, but put it into context, because many times these numbers and these charts, et cetera, are very static. And of course, there are moments where we all kind of, are a bit shocked about something that we see, or maybe very excited about something that we see. But if we don't have this in context, then it's very difficult for us to do, in my opinion, our job when it comes to making those very important decisions of spending affordability guidelines, or what are we going to do regarding respecting our promise to achieve our reserve goal of 10% by 2020, or whenever our CIP comes over or our operating budget comes over. I think it's so important to have all of this in the back of our minds, because we will get into a lot of very busy work, and we will be looking at things individually. But this is really part of a larger picture. And it also, I think, informs us whenever we are asked about, the economic outlook for Montgomery County, and this whole comparison with a certain county in Virginia. And what does that mean? Well, the reality is that we also have to accept that Montgomery County residents expect a particular level of services, and also that we ascribe to certain values. And that has a cost. That doesn't come for free. And so it is, I think, critical that every time we talk about a fiscal plan or the outlook, et cetera, that we put sort of the face behind it to understand why we're headed. And of course, we will all have to make decisions and explain those. But having this context, in my opinion, is really important. So I really appreciate the work that has taken place to get us here. It's the first time that we're doing it this way. But I hope that this becomes a tradition so that we can, in my opinion, have a particular understanding and just a different perspective every time we deal with these issues.